Hey everybody, I'm up on the ridge and the sun's going down a little bit here. This is a Saturday. We haven't been up here for a few days. Boy, we have a lot going on over at the factory. And we're gonna share that with you probably in a week or so. We've some really exciting news, but
very exciting.
We gotta keep it under wraps for a little bit. And so we're all been like gangbusting over there. But I wanna remind you that we're now building on these ridges. Now this is one of many ridges that we've got on this 160 acres. So if I could explain to you, we have 160 acres. Down below, we got Buffalo Creek on the 160 acres. We got the mountain development on the 160 acres. And then we've got the remaining acreage. Couldn't tell you exactly what that is because of the mountains and they roll. Probably close to another 100, 120 acres left.
Right.
As you can see behind me, you've got the mountains, you got the tomato farm, the mountains, and then there's another mountain range behind that, which is the Smokies, in the foothills of the Smokies. And the way you access this is from a county road called Lehigh Road. You can go GPS it, it's off of Industrial Road. So this will have its own main road. This is a 2-lane development. So this is actually like a subdivision development. We're gonna have a 2-lane road, and there's 15 lots along this first ridge. We've got several already spoken for. But wanted to remind you all that there are more lots available here. We can build permanent homes and we can also build tiny homes on here. We have some people that are gonna do permanent foundations like a basement, which is beautiful, walkout basements. As you can see, the land falls off, right? It kind of falls down here. Well, that's what we're used to building on when it comes to building foundation homes. So if you will, you could think, you'll come out here, we'll cut a big hole out of here, put concrete and block and pour slab, and then the back side of that basement is all open. So it could be like glass or doors or windows, and it looks over at the view. So you almost have a 2-story home, the basement, and then you set your home on it. Now, if you want a tiny home, we could just scratch the ground, put it full of dirt, and we just put the house on a pad. That's what we've done all the 85 lots that we've done on the mountain. There's several ways of doing this. This is a unique opportunity to be able to have a permanent home here, a tiny home. You can have the 14 by 40, you can have the Amanda, the Birmingham. These are made for bigger homes because of the value of this property. All right, so we also are offering, this will probably be turned in eventually when it comes to the legalities of the land ownership. But what we're doing right now is we're gonna give you a 100-year lease on this. If later on, working with the planning and zoning, if we can put this into a PUD and give you meets and bounds and you actually own the land, we're gonna do that too. But because it's a private community, it's always gonna have a $300 a month charge on it to take care of these roads, take care of these trees when they get old and they fall. And that's what our responsibility is always forever care for this. Now, if you purchase this and you get a home on here, the $300 a month will never increase. If I die, sell, whatever happens in this world, the person behind me can never increase that $300 a month. There'll be an adjusted cost of living, which could be a percent or whatever a year. But nobody could come in here and say, hey, we're going to charge $800 a month for these lots.
Right. That's quite a security.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing to help you guys out. You know, the zoning and planning on this to subdivide all this up, throws us all into a complete different category. And it restricts a lot of imagination and a lot of things I like to do with my land.
Yeah.
So we're going to make this one solid piece of property. We could probably put into a PUD because we do have a tiny home ruling here that it's actually, they've got some planning for a tiny home and it gives us some freedom of size of lots and things.
Sure.
The lots up on this, just this particular ridge right here are about 1/4 acre. So they're going to be 100 by 150, which is 15,000 square feet. And there's about 43,000 square feet in an acre.
Yeah.
All right.
And too, and just to remind everybody, you know, we did a video and we showed each lot. You flagged it that day, and there was actually 16 lots on this particular ridge that we're calling Amanda Ridge.
Right. I just made a mathematical error. So that'd be like 60,000. So it's really larger than that of 1/4 acre. But that's don't hold me to the 50 by 150 because what I like to do is I like to position the homes for any type of natural beauty. Like you got maybe a view. Now, not all these have got that view. There's only 3 or 4 right here. And as we go down this ridge, there's another ridge in front of it, right? but it goes down into a holler, and we're going to develop the hollers, the
Right.
ridges, and all that.
Sure.
So this is a really long project. Now,
Yeah.
each ridge, we're ready to dig footers. Like
Yeah.
we've sold a couple, we're getting ready
Mhm.
to actually dig the footers. By the time we
Yeah.
dig the footers, lay the block, build the house, and put it here, we're hoping the infrastructure from down there at Buffalo Creek
Hmm.
will be up here to tie into,
Right.
and then we're ready to go. Now, this will also have fire hydrants. It'll have a main 6-inch main through here,
Right.
and the roads will eventually be paved. And we
Yeah.
like to let the roads settle for a couple years, and then we'll pave them. So this is a very high end. I say high end. It is different than what we've done because of the density. It's not like it has been in our other communities.
Right.
But due to that is the reason it's more expensive and a little bit different homes. So we're trying to cater to everybody. We got Buffalo Creek that is very cost effective, if you will. And then there's people that want bigger homes or more land. We have that too. It's just like kind of our homes that we sell. We start at $18,000 and we go on up to over maybe almost to $200,000.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, we say this all the time, but there's not a budget that we can't accommodate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why, because we know we have come from nothing. You know, we struggle and have worked, and we know what it's like for $1 and try to have a home that's dry. I still live in an 8x16 tiny home, but you know, it's just me, and we all have our different needs. Amanda's got a beautiful home and land and 14,000 dogs and cats, you know. She's got to have all
And
that.
I'm still adding to that.
Yes. Yep. So
Yeah.
we all have different needs, and we hope that you
Right.
understand. You know, every time I do a video and we show these prices or these homes are a little more expensive than 20 grand or $18,000, people say, oh, well, you're catering to the big and rich. No, we're not. Not
It's not the way it
whatsoever.
goes.
We
No.
want to cater to everybody.
Right. And two, and you know, if you go for a regular house of these days, you know, what is the average? I mean, what, 300,000 is really to get a decent home? That ain't even an absolutely luxurious home. That is a standard like $300,000 home and up. So the
Yeah.
prices of homes, regular homes, have just went astronomical.
Well, and I like to give reference, right, of where we're going, what we've done. And a lot of that you will say, hey, you know, 10 years ago, can you imagine the price? This land that we bought, how many years ago? 4 years ago? Yeah.
Was it
2018?
2019?
2019.
Yeah,
Okay, so
something
we
like
bought
that.
it 4 or 5 years ago. This land sold for $1,500 an acre. It is
Yeah.
now valued over $15,000 an acre, just the way it is with all these
Yeah,
trees.
just the way it is.
All right.
Crazy.
The land next
we had
door.
no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah, the land next door to us was 175 acres, and the neighbor bought it. It was 175 acres for 175,000.
Yeah.
And now it's probably, you know, it's worth 15, 20,000 an acre.
I know.
And that was after COVID. And that's what happened was everything jumped up. We had all these out-of-staters coming in, and everything has went through the sky. So when we developed this and we put water, power, and sewer and put all utilities in these lots and these
And add
views,
that value to it.
I guarantee you,
Wow.
guys, whatever we're charging now, it's going to be well worth a whole lot more in just a few years. And the only reason I'm saying this is if you're not from here and you're in California or you're out of state somewhere watching this video,
Right.
do your due diligence, look it up, find out what's going on here in Cott County. Look at the proximity of where we're at next to the national park, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and what's going on with Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
And two, my goodness, watch the Christmas video that we did last night. It was the Christmas parade of Gatlinburg 2024. It was absolutely stunning. Watch all the way to the end of it. It shows Gatlinburg from a distance when we were going up on the bypass.
Yeah.
My God, it was gorgeous at night.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. So it's almost like a little aspen or something that was down there. Gatlinburg's
Yeah.
a big deal. You know, the Smoky Mountains is a big deal. It's the most visited national park in the country.
Yep.
I mean, we have Dollywood, we have Dolly Parton, we have all kinds of stuff. I mean, Tennessee, you know, talk about taxes and things like that, Randy.
Yeah, well, there's no state income tax here. Property tax is at a minimum, and it's different counties as your property tax. And then also the proximity to Gatlinburg is 37 miles from Newport.
Yeah.
So, and it's called the quiet side of the Smokies. So when you leave Gatlinburg to come here, okay, so it's a 2-lane road, and we were home last night in just 45 minutes from Gatlinburg. And that was after the thousands of people in the parade.
And there was thousands.
So normally when you go into Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, you go into the Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg exit off of I-40, and it's 6 lanes, and it's packed. If you go from Newport to Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
there's nobody.
I know.
And you come in right in the back part of Gatlinburg, you buy the city hall, town hall, and high school, and it's just like, boom, you're right there in town. So there's some really benefits of living in Cott County.
Mhm.
It may be a little bit of a drive. You don't live right in Gatlinburg, but believe me, you don't want to live in Gatlinburg or Sevierville, Pigeon Forge because
It's
of
a
the
tourist
traffic.
town. I mean, it's a tourist
Yeah.
town, and it stays tourist all year long, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's fun to go to, fun to vacation at, and
Awesome.
things like that. But to live in, to the surrounding areas, you get the benefits, the best of both worlds,
You got it.
right?
Yep. So that's why we're pumping, we're developing land, everybody. This is our means of marketing. If you know somebody who's interested in wanting to move to East Tennessee and looking at what we're doing, give us a call, give us an email. Think about, and I'm also, contemplating
Mm-hmm.
some custom homes. If there's a custom home you want up here,
Sure.
we're thinking about doing that, because it's stick built and it's foundational. And we're builders. That's what we've done for 30 years before we started building tiny homes.
Sure.
So we can build custom homes. And of course, if you look up brotherscove.com, that's a resort that we had built before we got here. And believe me, that resort just wasn't me walking in and got all this money and building a resort. I got a whole story behind how that even happened.
Yeah.
But it'll show you their craftsmanship and our ability to do what we're saying we're doing by building log cabins with 3 stories of glass and hot tubs and fireplaces and jacuzzis. We can do whatever you need to do here, okay? So if there's an
Absolutely.
opportunity, you all want something on these ridges, and we're developing 120 acres, and we're gonna keep cranking through here with all city utilities. So give us a call at 423-438-0111, or you can give us an email at sales@incredibletinyhomes.com. Please don't buy anything on Facebook. Make sure you call, talk to us, one of our representatives,
Yep.
and we'll talk to you and help you through this. And if you do want a custom or anything like that, all of these go through me. So any home you want here, either be one of our models or anything, I am personally involved in all this.
Right.
Personally involved in all the building and all the construction of everything that we build here in this company.
Yeah.
So let it be known that, that I finally talked to you, or, we will communicate. So
Exactly.
don't do the scam. There've been a lot of scams going on with
Yeah,
Facebook.
on Facebook, we never exchange money on Facebook.
Right.
We do bank wires
Yeah.
and things like that, but it's through the company, and you will get a contract. You will not be sending any money until you have a contract, until you've talked to Coach Will, Tim, or
Yep.
Emily. It won't be me or Randy. We don't get on the phones and close the deals on those. Sometimes we'll talk to customers and things like that if it's set up as an appointment, but we will
boy.
not exchange any money on anything unless it's confirmed you have a contract signed and done. So, and our personal numbers, you don't get those. They've been doing that on Facebook as well. So just be sure and
Yeah.
just go through the proper channels of our Facebook, our website, and the sales, SALES, at incredibletinyhomes.com, and the phone number, like Randy said, 423-438-0111.
You got it. Good. So, hey,
He's
come
so-
join, be part of our family, part of the people that live here, and part of what we're this is our business. This is
This
what
is
we do
it.
for a living.
That's
So
right.
if there's something you guys like what we're doing, give us a call, okay? Come see us, take a look around.
Yep.
All right.
And we're still taking appointments.
Sure are.
Okay.
All right.
For tours. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.